My name is Mark. This is Zen Talk, and our topic is endless debates. For many Zen students, the question becomes, what exactly is Zen, and what is the practice? For Zen students attempt to find the answers in books that are mostly just commentaries and opinions of the authors, from sutras and various sources and translations that can be contradictory, videos and audio from lineage leaders and respected speakers that may say radically different things. This often leads to a state of confusion, doubt, and frustrations for the Zen student. Study versus practice. Many attempt to understand through study of the commentaries of elders and learned Zen masters and the sutras that Zen is based upon. While this can bring a technical, materialistic understanding, it is not the Zen we seek of the legendary Zen masters of old. The word practice is often bandied about as a cure-all, though as to what practice actually becomes is questionable. For many, it is just seated meditation, also known as Zazen. For others, it is mindfulness, yet none of this is actually Zen. Both of the above, study and practice, are materialistic expressions and views that may satisfy your mind for the moment, yet it is not the path of Zen. Pitfalls and traps. The teachings of the Buddha, specifically the Mahayana Sutras, requires great faith in that the teachings are true and accurate. This faith is essential to avoid the pitfalls and traps that many fledgling Zen students fall into and perish. Some common pitfalls and traps are the materialistic creation and embodiment of Buddhism and Zen, and we see this in the statues, the butsudans, which are these cabinetry that hold Buddhist relics, and of course the relics and the curiosities that often go into the butsudan or around the statues or on the altars. We also see it in robes and ranks. This also includes the rakusu, which I have called the bib or the magic bib. And we also see this in lineage, membership, and loyalty oaths. And there is many degrees of lineage, membership, and loyalty oaths that the Church of Zen may create. Zen sickness. This is an attachment to a particular state of mind. Sometimes you will hear students talk about achieving a state of mind in meditation and then trying to achieve that state again, but they seem to never be able to do that. Taking on a third-person detached view of yourself and the world at large. You start talking about yourself in the third person, or you start talking about things in the world as if you're viewing a movie or a large stage play. Attachments to particular behaviors or personality types. And you will see this sometimes in people really seem to want to only be around certain kinds of behavior, certain kinds of activities, certain kinds of situations. And these are all signs, the attachments, the third-person view, and the seeking particular behaviors of Zen sickness. The above pitfalls and traps snare the Zen seeker and thus becomes a blockage for any further awakenings and Buddhahood. Nobody knows nothing. Zen is the intuitive self, the soul, that flows into the Buddha nature, the Tathagata Garbha, or the Buddha matrix, and awakens to the truth of all phenomenal materialistic suffering existence. In this light, the light of the Mahayana that illuminates the truth, Zen cannot be conceptualized to be anything at all, especially a materialistic view, that of Japanese Zen, or a performance art, such as seated meditation, which the Zen centers like to call Zazen. For the Zen seeker who has not yet developed the intuitive self or awakened the Dharma eye within them, the light of the Mahayana blinds them, for they attempt to see the Buddha matrix with materialistic eyes and fall into darkness, the nihilism and pessimistic views. Faith is all you need. It is said that the Path of Zen starts with great faith. Though this sounds easy enough, it is actually the most difficult and challenging for the Zen seeker to generate within themselves. Our world, this modern existence, is highly analytical, process-oriented, conformist, and order-following. For faith is to take a leap into the unknown. There is no map or foretelling of what you will encounter. Yet, many read Zen books, sutras, and other commentaries in attempts to know a map, a process, and a style before they go down the path of Zen. Without faith, there is no path of Zen and no awakening. The wall. Modern Zen is often cited as being a wall-gazing cult of meditators, for that is a materialistic expression of a spiritual dilemma, that of mustering faith. For a Zen seeker, you have to push through the wall of skepticism, that of analytical and process-oriented thinking, order-following, and conforming. This pushing through is faith. It is the letting go, relinquishing of the false self, that of the materialistic idealisms and views generated. In this, you trust the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha to keep you and hold you safe, and that will happen. The end of debates. Faith and belief go hand in hand. Together, both generate determination that is needed for you to take that first step in the Buddha matrix. It is a choice you make to take the step or not. Yet when you take the step, all debates are ended. For the Path of Zen shows to you, and you instinctively know what way to go. This is when you meet the true teacher. It is the very path itself. Thank you, and please remember to like and subscribe.